Looks like this is his famous move.
That is his move. What's up, y'all? Show Master Lee.
And Lulu.
All right, today we're paying another tribute. Someone who has fallen from the entertainment industry. Today, it is Paul Reubens. Now, I don't think you're that familiar with him. Because he's much more known for his alter ego persona, Pee Wee Herman, which I'm not so sure you even know who that is.
No. Oh, he looks so familiar.
So this character that he created, which is kind of like of a man-child. He acts silly. He acts like a kid. He was huge in the 80s and 90s. He had his own TV show that was geared toward kids, and he even had a movie. The character is so weird, but at the same time so fantastically amazing that I can see why kids love it. And eventually, I think even kids that grew up to adults, they loved it. So it's one of those things that just comes across as pure genius. You know, kind of reminds me of, I'm not saying that he's like SpongeBob, but SpongeBob as a character, even though it's geared towards kids, ended up finding a huge fan base who were college students who basically loved that whimsical craziness about it. Yeah, fortunately, he's passed away at 78 years old. Unfortunately, from cancer, too. So and it's one of those things that just kind of jogged so much nostalgia for me.
Yeah, it looks very silly in all of his
he's
pictures.
all about being ridiculously silly.
Right.
I figure rather than me try to explain more, let's watch this tribute to him, but also let's watch a clip from Pee-wee's Big Adventure, and you'll understand why. Like people are like, that's why. Like, I can't. It's hard to describe how crazy he is until you see him in character.
All right.
All right, let's watch this, yo. If you want to hear some wicked wild stories, you got to check out my channel.
And if you want some hotness, check out my fantasy show on my OnlyFans.
As if you're at the kink. Although he had a huge controversy with his kinky side.
Please hang on to something. Welcome, Pee Wee Herman.
Man,
I always felt like there was an element of performance art to Pee Wee Herman that I would try to make the public believe that that was a real person.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're a nerd.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're an idiot.
I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are.
It was really only performance art to me because no one ever knew at the time that I was a different person. I was always billed as Pee Wee Herman. I did my interviews as Pee Wee Herman.
See, look, I can play a little piano. Oh, really mature? Shut up.
Yeah, he was always in character.
Many years without ever being photographed out of character until one day when I was photographed out of character.
Yikes.
Heard any good jokes lately? What was that one? Oh, so funny I forgot to laugh.
You do something and people think it's funny or don't think it's funny. For me, I have moments in every single thing I've ever done that are just absolutely, I'm the only person that think it's funny, and I get some kind of supercharge out of that and energy.
It's so weird.
I'm a loner, Daddy. A rebel. Many comedians have what is known in the industry as a bag of tricks, and here's one right here. So,
when I first started out, I was doing it in a comedy club at night where kids weren't allowed, and it never really. It wasn't a goal to try to figure out like what would I chop out of this, or what would I soften, or what would I change.
Two things a sailor always looks for on a mermaid.
I know, are they round?
Sometimes.
I know. Earrings.
Oh, this was his cartoon show, his
That
for
changed
kids.
very quickly,
Yeah.
almost as soon as I had a full-length venue.
I'm trying to use the phone.
You can pull them down like this if you want, and make yourself
a suave vest.
That's a giant underwear.
Why do you think the Pee Wee character still resonates with people all these years later?
You know, honestly, this sounds bogus and dumb, but it's the truth. I feel like that's other people's thing. Like, I don't like to think like that about it because it sort of ruins it for me a little bit. I just really, honestly, I never think about stuff like that. I get asked that kind of stuff sometimes. I never think about it, but I'm flattered you're asking me that question. But I don't know. I have no idea, and I feel like I would jinx everything for myself if I did ask myself that or answered that.
Today's secret word is end.
Oh, Lord. All right, so we're going to watch one of the things from the movie. You'll understand why it's just so weird. Like, I never knew if this movie was actually for kids or for adults. Or both, I guess, at the end of the day.
What? I'm sorry, operator, I can't hear you.
I'm trying to use the phone!
Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, no.
Did anybody tell you that this is the private club of the Satan's helpers?
Nobody hit me to that, dude.
It's off limits!
Oh. Well, my mistake. Guess I'll be on my way then. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh, now you run.
Now you die.
I barely touched them.
I say we kill him. Yeah! I say we hang him, then we kill him. Yeah! I say we stop him. Yeah! Then we tattoo him. Yeah! Then we hang him. Yeah!
Oh, what?
Then we kill him. Yeah! Let him go. No!
I say you let me have him first.
Wait, don't I get a last request?
Why not?
I forgot how short that guy was.
Looks like this is his famous move.
That is his move. You know, funny thing is, I actually thought that was his song too. I didn't realize it was an old school classic song. Yeah, because he made it so famous again. Tequila. I never understood the point of this and why people are buying into it. Maybe because he's a jester and they just love, everyone loves silliness. You're still gonna die.
Right.
Thanks a lot, dudes.
Thanks a lot, dudes. Oh, man.
He is definitely a character.
Oh, he's one of a kind.
The looks and makeup that he's wearing. Outfits.
I don't even know that many people like that anymore today. You know what I'm saying? Like, back in that era. I think, you know, some people have no fear of just going, like, being silly and being in character. Like, for him, it could be really embarrassing for that kind of character if, like, that's what you're known for, right? Like, you can't break out of it. But he just stuck to it, and he really rode it all the way to the top. Unfortunately, that was also his downfall at some point, too. But, like, I remember, like, you know, back then, there was another dude by the name of Gilbert Godfrey who would, like, talk with you in this ridiculous voice. And in fact, he still does. He does Aflac commercials, right? His real voice sounds nothing like that, but he stuck to it 100%, like that persona. Andy Kaufman, although he was much bigger, I think, from in the 80s, and he was a comedian actor too, and he created this character that was just kind of silly and ridiculous and was very awkward. And so I think there was an era, I guess, back then where there was something cool about creating a really awkward character, and it stuck. But today, there's very few modern day examples of something like that. Maybe that Colleen Ballinger gal who plays Miranda on YouTube. Yeah, and she plays a character that's really awkward too, which unfortunately she's also gotten a lot of controversy recently as well. So, like, you know, I think there's something there about it, but I think he was absolutely the dude that rode it to the highest high. But yeah, his downfall eventually came when, I mean, I think his kids' TV show was still on, and he was caught in a porn theater, you know, with his pants down or something like that. Basically, probably whacking off in the theater. You know, this was, I think, about early 90s. This was right before the internet, right? And so you either got to watch porn at home, or I guess you go to the movie theater. Which is weird to me. I'm like, I can't remember, like, why people thought that was ever, like, comfortable to do. Like, don't you think all the seats would be sticky? You know, like, wouldn't it just be gross? Like, everyone you know is in there kind of in the corner. My. But he was caught doing that, and as you can imagine, yeah, that didn't go over so well with his fan base. But eventually he did develop a kind of self-awareness, like, yeah, you know, that was pretty stupid of me, and he was able to move on and have kind of something like a second life in his career as well. But yeah, the Pee Wee Herman character, he rarely ever brought out after that. So it's pretty unfortunate because there was some genius in this whole thing.
Boy,
so weird. Man, what a
throwback. He's so unique, and he will always be remembered being that character.